Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are mostly through our problem period here. We're not entirely there yet though. We do need to get this cord. I don't really care about coring these right now because we're going to give all of those over eventually anyway to Armenia and Colombia, at least when we can, which we can't right now. So we'll get the one cord so that we no longer have the overextension, and our unrest is not going to be a big problem from here on out. We do have an unassigned merchant, though, and that will help us pretty dramatically. Another thing that will help us quite a lot, simply dropping our army maintenance for the time being. So we're going to drop that all the way to nil, or, well, 50%. And that means that we're going to be positive at this point, so that's great. And we shouldn't have too many more rebel uprisings, although there will be perhaps a couple. Hang on. I want to check these. So obviously we've got all of this going on. That's fine. The Gaulish Zealots here. There are a couple of locations there. Most of these are going away. So the problem here is that we don't actually want our army maintenance completely gone. Okay. I also want to check, are we naturally losing corruption, not paying for it? We are. So we're going to drop our army maintenance down just enough to where we're about here and hope, about here, and hope that that's good enough to where we're not going to have an issue with rebel armies. That would be the goal. Now let's hop into this location, or rather into our trade map mode here, and I want to see about pulling more trade down this direction. So we're going to transfer trade power over here. We'll arrive there in 30 days. Okay. So we're going to transfer that trade power down this direction. We're not going to get all of it, but we're going to get a decent chunk of it. And we're not surprised about this. We'll come back to that. Cool. I just wanted to make sure that that was going the correct direction. There we go. Falklands, huh? That's going to be a little bit awkward to get to, but we'll head out there. I want to make sure that this is under control. It is. I'm going to tell these guys to stop. Okay. There we go. We have these guys over here, which we should be absolutely fine with. And what else? This out over here. Okay. And otherwise, that looks good. Ish. Good-ish. Okay. All good. So we're going to continue to convert to Zoroastrianism, of course. And the real question is, how do we perform militarily with our maintenance where it's at? This looks fine. This is going to be maybe a little bit more dicey. Falklands has been occupied, but we'll get there. The lack of leadership definitely makes that awkward, but we have these guys right here that we can bring in. That'll be fine. We'll split these up so that we're not taking attrition. Looks good. Otherwise, these guys can chill here. Cool. So we're going to bring in these reinforcements. They'll get there hopefully in time. How close are they? 31 May. They're 3 days away. We're going to retreat here, because I don't necessarily want this force stack wiped. We're still above our force limit, so it's not necessarily the worst thing. But we'll definitely finish that up, no problem. How far over the force limit are we? We're still a ways over the force limit. But I did not want them to die there. I don't think that would be a good thing. So we're going to hop into supply limit map mode, and we're going to look out over here-ish and over here-ish. Cool. I'm just checking for additional attrition. It's only 16k. They have 16 cannon. Oh. These need to group together. That would do the trick. Otherwise, this all looks decent in terms of attrition. So nothing too major there. And we'll work on bringing our manpower back up. We do still have some rebel uprisings that are brewing. But we also need to figure that we have our next institution coming in. That's the term I'm looking for. We're going to hop over to technology. Wow, that's laggy on the economy tab. But we're going to start working on this. We need manufactories. And lots of them. So, that's what we're going to work on for the next little while here. The first thing that I want to do is check for universities and state houses. Or rather, courthouses. Yeah, courthouses, we still have some decent ones that we can do here. So we're going to get those going. That last one wasn't so good, but it's fine, I guess. Let's check for any of these cheaper economy buildings. There actually are some decent ones here. Okay. Now, we're going to have all of this rebel occupation dealt with very soon. I do want to come in over this way. I would love to... Let's see, sale of titles is only 5,600. That's not very much. Okay. I'd love to seize this land. But we do need to eliminate all rebels before that happens, including the ones in the Falklands, which is going to be a little awkward for us because we have... Where's that fleet at? Currently here. Yeah, let's just bring that into port for the time being. We're going to need to repair. We'll do a slight loosening of the policy. We don't care about any of these cores, so I'm just going to right-click that. And we will get these locations capped back. Beautiful. Really? These guys declared war on our colony. On Armenia and Colombia. Very bold. That's good for us, though. We will enforce our peace here. They rejected it. And it's just them. They've not gotten any allies into this. Okay. In that case, we're going to move this army up here and siege. We're going to move... And in fact, we will put a decent siege commander into this army here. As well as a decent siege commander into this army. And we'll move into their capital. These guys will put a mediocre siege commander in, because that's what we've got. And they will go all the way up here. And then these guys, they are simply going to come on up here and just start capping. All looks good. They're going to really fail at this. So everything here is going to go into Armenia and Colombia. For sure. This is Armenia and Brazil up here, but that's fine. I definitely do want to grab the old and the infirm. There we go. That'll reduce our land maintenance modifier by 5%. That's a pretty big deal. And we're only at minus 56 right now. That's pretty good. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to debase once. And we're going to use that, if I can get this tab to work correctly. We'll debase an additional time. There we go. We're going to use that to repay one of these loans. There we go. That gets us much closer. Cool. I don't know why it's so laggy in the economy tab now. It wasn't that way previously. Very interesting. Okay. How are things looking down over here? That's still being repaired. And we definitely need to take this over. Anywhere else? No, I believe that's it. Cool. We gained in innovativeness. That's always nice. How are we doing on our tech? We're about to get Dip Tech 19. Dip Tech 19 is good. We do have too many diplomatic relations at this point, for sure. A lot of these guys, we're just not going to be able to annex them for a good long time. They've got a lot of aggressive expansion opinion of us, but we might be able to talk to these guys. Okay, where is Charua? Yeah, these guys here. We're going to start improving relations with them and see how that goes. We're going to stop improving relations with Ming. That's irrelevant to us at this point. We don't care. That treasure fleet came in. That's nice. Wait, what was that war that I just saw? I saw it pop up here and click through it. I'm checking our colonial nations. Okay. It wasn't on us. Good. It was just a notification of an external war. I don't care about that. Cool. So we won the siege here, and we will continue to push our way forward. We can invest in Diptech 19 at this time, and we will certainly do so. 20% trade efficiency is huge. And we're going to take these guys and land out over here. Cool. We're going to win some of these very minuscule battles that we really don't care about. That's all completely fine. And everything that we get here will be switched to Armenian Columbia. Literally everything. This siege finished. So we'll head on out over this way. And we'll begin flipping these over to Armenian Columbia. Cool. So that's all great. This will, of course, flip over. And we'll move on over to here. Wonderful. These sieges will be done soon-ish. But not for a bit yet. Really? They flipped that to us? Okay. Well, it's going to Armenian Columbia. We definitely want Armenian Columbia to have this territory up here, so that way we can link in some of this up here that we can't currently grant them. Hang on a moment. Something's not right here. Something's not adding up. That makes more sense. We're not planning on making this into a colonial nation. It's not causing us any overextension right now. But we're not planning on making any of that into a colonial nation, so we should, in fact, start coring it. Okay. For some reason, I was thinking all that stuff was over here. It's not. That's fine. We won the siege up over this way. I was hoping that this one would end first, but it did not. Okay. Hey, we won this siege. Wonderful. So that went to Armenian Brazil. No, actually, we want that to go to Armenian Columbia. Okay. This will go to Armenian Columbia as well, as will this. Perfect. Okay, we're going to move up over here, and we'll finish this occupation pretty soon, in all honesty. This war's almost over. No big deal here. Really? Well, okay. We'll intervene here as well. So, how many are in this? Just this federation. That said, they are relatively large. Okay. Well, we will start capping. We have a number of military units over here. So that's fine. We're going to move them over. All of them. They definitely don't have enough to deal with us. Cool. The AI must not defend their colonies or something for them to actually do this. That's the only thing I can figure. They don't think we're actually going to defend. But we are. We're definitely going to defend our colonies here. So I don't know why they think that we aren't. But sure. This has gotten us a lot of territory, that's for sure. We've not declared a single aggressive war out in the New World, to be clear. 0 aggressive wars have been declared. We have a ton of aggressive expansion, sure, but we have not attacked anyone. Our colony in South Georgia became self-sustaining. Cool. We'll take a day to get our colonist back. And then from there, we could definitely... I'm kind of mad at Imperator for grabbing this stuff. But we could definitely come out and grab Bermuda. So we'll do that. Cool. Okay, this is going to be done incredibly soon out over this direction. We're going to flip this over to Armenian Columbia. And this as well. I don't know how much we're actually going to be able to take here, but it should be a decent chunk. In theory. So Armenian Columbia grabs that, and then we will just cap this last location here. There we go. And that's already Armenian Colombian. Perfect. They've capped down over here, but it should be fine. We definitely want to grab this province for sure. Okay. It's not perfect, but it's what we can get. Done. So all of that goes to Armenian Columbia. We don't get any of that. This is currently being colonized, as is this. Perfect. So we're going to pull our troops back. These guys are all fine. I'm going to put these guys back over this way. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. So let's deal with this Federation. What are they doing? Honestly, not a lot. We're going to head up over this way, and they're pretty dead already. They just don't know it. So everything down here goes to Armenian Mississippi. This up here definitely goes to Armenian Louisiana, and that line was right here. So we're going to keep to that line. That's like right here. Okay. So this down here, of course, flips over to Armenian Mississippi. Everything over here does. Beautiful. And we want to give them Waco when we can, but we currently can't. We lost an advisor, and we can also build this, but I'm not going to do that at this exact moment. So for our advisor, we could definitely go for... Is there anyone who's an accepted culture? No, there's not. So we'll go for this guy. He's only colonial range. That's not important. That's fine. We're going to continue moving through here. We won the siege down this direction. Beautiful. So these guys can head on up, and we can flip this on over to Armenian Mississippi. We'll get a lot of this cleaned up. I don't want to talk to these guys. I want to flip this. There we go. This all goes to Armenian Mississippi. There we go. And over we head. This is Armenian Mississippi. It should be... This is the line here. I'm going to flip this to Louisiana. Same with this, obviously. This definitely goes to Armenian Louisiana. Cool. So our troops are just kind of swarming in right now. And there's literally nothing they can do about it. Literally nothing. I mean, ultimately they shouldn't have declared this war, right? Ooh. Okay, that's a sudden storm tide, huh? Yikes. Well, we'll get this coring finished up eventually. We're back to negative on our treasury for the moment. But I'm not too concerned about that. I'll reinforce them over here with one troop. Or one unit, rather. Okay, so we have somebody coming up here, I think. There we go. These guys can come over this way. We've got this basically dealt with. So this goes to Armenian... Nope, that's not what I wanted. This goes to Armenian Mississippi. As does this. Everything over here does. Most of this is going to go to Armenian Mississippi. We'll see how much we can actually get out of this. I'd be a little surprised if we can full annex them. But we can get a government reform here. So, what do we want to grab? One state under God gives us war score cost versus other religions. That's pretty good, actually. Cost of enforcing religion through war, minus 25%. I think we go for one state under God. War score cost versus other religions, minus 30%. That's pretty good. Cool. So we now have this fully maxed out, and that of course means we can start expanding our administration for our governing cap. That's wonderful. We're very, very happy about that. And all of this will be controlled up here soon. We'll just head up over here just to guarantee it. This goes to Armenian Mississippi. And this one, this is the border, right? Yeah, this is the border here. So this one goes to Armenian Louisiana. Beautiful. These, of course, go to Louisiana. Just like so. There we go. And then we'll get these capped. Is there anything we've missed? No. Not currently. Cool. So this flips over to Louisiana. And we'll finish this cap here. Flip that to Louisiana. And let's see what we can do as far as our peace deal here goes. I would be very surprised if we can take all of this. I think we'll just start from the south and work our way northward. Cleaning up this border gore over here. And that's what we can take. Okay. Done. Nothing really going to Louisiana there, which is a little bit sad for them, I'm sure, but it'll be okay. They'll get it eventually. See, these guys aren't moving out. All looks good. Cool. We will need to do more coring eventually, but for now, that's not the biggest of concerns. And we haven't had any rebel uprisings in a while. It will eventually happen. And we are currently making money. I'm going to drop our army maintenance down a good chunk here. Actually, I'm going to drop it all the way. If rebels happen, then we're sad. But it is what it is. If I can get that to go. No, it doesn't want to move. There we go. It's very laggy. Cool. So we're making a lot of money right now, obviously. What do we want to do with that money? We want to pay off our loan as soon as we can. And I also do want to go back to rooting out corruption soon, but we're going to hold off on that for the moment. Okay, no rebellions that month. That's good. Huh. Oh no, I'm just wrong. I was just checking this because I'm like, are our vassals getting aggressive expansion? But no, they're not. They're definitely not. Okay, so we'll be able to repay this loan, I think, next actually, we can do it now. We can repay one of our two loans. So we'll repay this one. Cool. And we'll get our next loan repaid soon. That'll be about 9 months. Well, actually, like 6 months? Something like that. We're going to grab camp followers to give ourselves more supply limit. Beautiful. We're at 2715 right now. Are these guys not moving? They're not. Come on, get out of there. I told them to move, and they're just kind of not. So we're going to spread them back out, something kind of like this, and then these guys can go up like here. They'll take attrition there, but that's fine. And then these guys can come up, not these guys. These guys can come up over here. Okay. Cool. We just got 2 treasure fleets, so that's helpful. But I want to get this last loan paid off. How much do we need in total to pay it? Well, we don't know yet. It should be around 9K, though. So we'll have enough for that in about 2 months. Yeah, about 2 months. Beautiful. And we could have a rebel army spawn soon, but they've been threatening to spawn for a while. I'm not so sure that they're going to anytime soon. Once we get this repaid, we won't have to pay interest anymore. And I would like to bring our corruption down. It is dropping naturally. But repaying this loan is our current top priority. 1 more month until we have enough. Guaranteed. Man, things are laggy with this window open. Luckily, we only need this 1 more month tick. There we go. Cool. So we'll repay that. We're no longer paying interest. Now we're going to root out corruption. Maximally. We are also going to begin construction on as many manufactories as we can. I just wanted to double check our state houses. That looks good. Okay. So manufactories are what we're mostly concerned with right now. And we'll just start queuing those up. We can do about 1 per month at this current moment. So that's great. About 1 per month. Not exactly 1 per month, evidently. But it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, let's see here. Do we want any of these? I guess Edict of Absolutism is okay, but we don't really need it. We don't really need any of these. I'm just going to do that. There we go. Next episode, we're going to build some manufactories. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Ken2In, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Kadra, Raw Potato, Elmichi Nazi, Justin Everett, Emiliano Cameron, Martin Lawrence, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.